What's up guys, Rich Duberbash. I'm out here with my TRAXXAS Sledge 6S again. Gonna keep this one short. It's supposed to be about 106 degrees out here today. Basically, I just wanted to test the reverse motor mount system. I put in the Hobbywing 4985, the 1650 kV. My first few runs, I had been running the stock motor, the 2000 kV, and actually had pretty good power, definitely had good speed. Just a little bit lacking in that overall torque. For today, I'll be running the smaller backflip LPs again, and of course I've got the 6.5 extended M2C hexes on here. So here's a better look from the inside, guys. I still have plenty of room in the back. Again, this is the 4985. It's definitely a little chunky. You'll see my wiring setup. I've got the Max6, of course. Again, this allows for way bigger motors on the stock position. Unfortunately, the way TRAXXAS designed this with the motor mount kind of forward, that steering post just gets in the way and inhibits any really long cans. Basically put my receiver box right on top. Huge shout out to Mitch and Avery Looper with M2C. This is an absolutely brilliant design. I think I've got my wires secure like this. We'll just see how this goes. Still running the Basher Queen carbon fiber towers, both front and rear. And like I mentioned before, I went ahead and switched my toe links up front to the Arma 6S ones. This definitely made a huge difference on my steering clearance and just overall adjustability. For now, I went ahead and just mounted my switch up on top on the tower to tower brace. Overall, I've definitely been impressed with the durability of this truck, but again, you need an M2C Racing 7075 chassis. You definitely need an aftermarket motor mount to really make this truck super solid and adjustable. You really can't see the forward-facing ESC mount, but this thing's absolutely gorgeous. Perfect fitment. This thing's super solid. Here's a top scan of the electronics, but there's definitely plenty of room for the Max6, and you could even actually put a longer motor in here if you wanted to. Personally, I think this Hobbywing 4985 is about as big and as torquey as you're going to want to run in an 8 scale. Again, I'm still running a 46T spur, and I've got, I think it's a 23-tooth Robinson Racing extra hard pinion in there. So far, the stock A-arms have been hanging tough. Here's a look at the chassis. This thing's still perfectly straight. Like I mentioned before, it's got the 2 spur slits, and obviously that's so you can flip your motor direction. I'm sporting the M2C Racing pistons, and for today I'm running the backflip LPs again. These are just awesome lightweight little tires. Like I mentioned before, I use rubber O-rings at my outdrives just to keep the drive shafts in the rear from slipping around too much. I should mention I also upgraded my Max6 fan to one from RC Juice. I've got an aluminum frame fan in there. Definitely has a little bit better cooling, but in these temps we'll just have to see how my gearing goes today. Well, no shortage of power here, guys. Oh, I think I just busted a rear shock cap, dude. That was kind of a harsh landing there. Guys, well, there's another plastic shock cap for you. Kind of is what it is. I thought about putting some alloy ones on, but fortunately I do have a couple plastic spares. Whoa! Little body eject. Well, we got a bunch more people here now, guys. You have to be careful. Yeah, I love this motor, guys. This thing just absolutely rips. It runs cooler than the 4092 also. So Dave's trying 6S on his Max for the first time. Oh, beautiful, bro. Oh, dude, we had a little ramp failure. I don't know if you saw that. I got like a ton of dirt in my eye right now too. I must have wheelied into it. Oh, damn, dude. Yeah, I did. Oh yeah, oh that sucks, guys. The ramp finally, I think was it almost 4 years later, finally just cracked, and I think what it did was it hung up on the back of the truck, so that's a bummer. Whoa, this thing's nuts. Oh! Nice. Little ramp shaver. All right, guys, I just noticed I'm rear wheel drive only, so I gotta go figure out what's going on. All right, guys, I just figured out what happened. Same thing happened when I was doing a test run last night. Just as a little tip, this little set pin for the outdrive, the rear and the front, I would pull this sucker out, make sure you cake that thing with thread lock. Essentially, it's threaded on one side and it's just a pin on the other side. Oh, that sounded rough, dude. I hope that wasn't a gear. Oh, I don't know, guys, sound a little rough. Hopefully it's just a rock, my drive shaft maybe. Oh yeah, that's exactly what it is. It sounded like the gears were stripping. Hopefully this didn't actually damage the gears. I don't know if you guys can make that out, but there's a big rock jam back there. Man, this thing rips, guys. I'm absolutely loving this setup. Oh, body eject. Oh. Oh, just cleared that palm tree, guys. Just to make it clear, guys, there's no way you could drive this truck like this without M2C. As far as the chassis, the motor mount, etc. All right, guys, that's going to be it. I want to give a huge shout out to my brother David for our group session. And to the people that kind of showed up, it was definitely cool to make some new friends. So far, I'm super impressed with this. Chassis still looks perfectly straight. I'll have to get the lid popped, but it's about 104. I'll check the motor mount. Again, guys, the reverse setup is perfect if you want to run a big Castle or a big Hobbywing like this 4985 1650. Another huge shout out to Mitch and Avery Looper for their constant innovation. All right, guys, until next time, late.